And we will get started. Okay, there we go. Well, happy Sunday. Thank you for being here with me live. And if you're watching the playback, we appreciate that as well. My name is Tanya Sheldon. I am a Pro 7 out of Meridian, Idaho. That is just west of Boise. And I have been a part of LifeVantage for, it'll be 9 years in October, which is insane. A little bit about me real quick before we get into this evening's topic. I was introduced to LifeVantage in 2011 by Michelle Poe, and I did not give her a lot of credit when she introduced this to me because I have done 7 other companies prior to LifeVantage. I am one of those crazy people that never, ever, never, ever did I see anything negative with network marketing. I loved it from the get-go, and I loved it because of the people that introduced it to me. And it wasn't about looking for the right product for me. Honestly, it became about finding who I could become and finding the leaders that could help me get there. And so I was always open to opportunity. But when Michelle brought it my way, she'd never done network marketing and I had, and all the stuff she was telling me, I was like, well, I've drank the Kool-Aid too. Like, I get it. I know, I've heard that. And I just really didn't take her seriously. But she planted that seed in me, right? And that same year, guess what I did? I signed up with another company. I signed up with another company, and I thought that was going to go really fast, and that was really smart of me. But in the midst of doing that other company, I just couldn't let it go. Michelle kept dripping on me, even though I was in another company. And I ended up signing up with LifeVantage as well. And very quickly, I realized I couldn't do 2. My focus had to go with just 1 if I really wanted it to become what I wanted it to be. And I said yes to LifeVantage because of the products, that ABC report, but I was at high noon ready to become who God had wanted me to become, who He put me on this earth to become. I just wanted to find more confidence. I wanted to find my purpose. I was a stay-at-home mom, and life was not, it was fine, but there was never any extra money at the end of the month. And I wanted to bring an extra income, and I didn't want to work for anyone. I wanted to have my time with my girls. And this checked all the boxes, and I became very coachable. Now, I know what it's like to go through the ups and downs of this journey. I was so unbalanced for a long time as a Pro 5 that by the time I went to the summit, I was a 6. That's how unbalanced I was for a long time. I hit Pro 7 3 years after getting into LifeVantage in 2014. I am still a 7 today, and I'm not upset about that. I am proud of that. And finally this year, I am finally balanced in a way where I will get that My Life Venture reward. So I know what it's like to have insecurities. I know what it's like to feel stuck. I know what it's like to doubt yourself, to doubt your place in this industry. But the one thing that helped me through all of those doubts was showing up, going and showing up to the calls, the trainings like you are tonight, and attending the events. And what I get to talk to you about tonight is Global Convention. And the one thing, you guys, I really have to reiterate to you is, if I didn't continue to show up and go to the trainings and go to these events and go to Global Convention, even when I felt stuck, even when I felt like I didn't have anything to give to the business to grow it, by not showing up, I would have not have continued to become the person I needed to become to be ready for the people that I wanted to have in my business. You have to keep growing. It's completely true what they say. Your business will never be bigger than you are. It is about your growth, and your business will go in alignment with that, but you must keep showing up along the way. So Global Convention this year is going to look very different. I mean, 2020 is very different, let's be honest, right? But there is huge opportunity in this. I hope that with all of my might that you are protecting and you have boundaries around your mindset right now. You were smart enough to say yes to LifeVantage. That makes you a very small percent of the population, right? Protect your boundaries. There are so many extremes out there right now. And I believe that the truth is somewhere in the middle. But all I know is we have a gift to share. We have people around us that are here to support us, to lift us up, to build us, to give us positive community. So you must plug into that as much as possible to protect your mindset. It's going to be really easy to think of global as, oh, we're not getting together. And there's so many ways that you can think of it negatively. And then there's more ways that you could use it and think of it positively. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. But let's talk about the specifics really quickly. Global Convention is October 23rd and 24th. It's a Friday and a Saturday. That should be written in your calendar right now. It should be in pen. Your family should be knowing about this. Registration is open right now. You simply log into your site, and that second page where you find the playbook, Global Convention registration is right at the top. You just click on registration and there you go. It's $199 right now. Here's what you get with your registration for $199. You not only get one ticket for yourself, you get 2 tickets for guests. 3 tickets total for the price of 1. Holla, that's awesome. You get a legacy bracelet representing a $5 donation to LifeVantage. This can be your COVID 2020 I Survived bracelet, right? Like this is a fundamental foundational bracelet that we should all wear with so much honor. Can't wait to get it. $25 coupon. You get a $25 coupon to the LifeVantage merchandise store. If you've not looked at the store online lately, look. Things are going to sell out, so make your dibs. There's so many cool stuff on there. And you get a raffle entry, and I'm sure there's going to be other ways to get raffles into these drawings. They're going to have $20,000 in prizes, $20,000, and they're going to be live. So if you're not there, you're not going to know if you won. You have to be present to win, people. Okay, and you get a digital workbook. So all 3 people under your 1 registration, everybody will get that workbook, which is great. If you have not registered yet, you can attend for free. So get this. Any distributor that generates 500 PV in new sales in August or in September are going to receive that same registration pack I just talked about for free. 500 PV in new sales volume in August or in September. If you have already registered, this is so cool. If you've already registered and you go bonkers and you get that 500 PV in new sales volume, we're only at the 16th. We've got so much time, right? You will get an extra $175 for the store. So you're going to get $200 total to go on a shopping spree in the LifeVantage store. That's amazing. That is so, so good. So you can earn 1 of those per distributorship. Here's the thing. My husband and I, we recently attended a Tony Robbins virtual event, and had it not been virtual, we would not have been able to afford it to go or attend it. So that was such a gift. And I know that same thing is going to hold true for people this year for Global Convention, right? They're not gonna have to worry about travel costs. It's just that ticket. Maybe they can go in with a couple other people. Maybe they can gift it to some people, but we should have outstanding, outrageous numbers for Global Convention. That should be your #1 goal. How many people can I get? How many eyeballs can I get on that screen come October 23rd and October 24th? Now, one thing though, when we went into this virtual event, we made the decision that we were going to be all in without any distractions while it took place. Our kids were accounted for, meals were set up, nothing was going to get in our way of taking it all in. So you're going to do yourself a huge disservice if you do not plan ahead for the weekend. You can't just show up that day and expect everything to go great and people in your home not want your attention, right? You have to plan ahead for this. And do not discount the value of it because it's virtual and it's not in person. LifeVantage, they're going all out right now for this event, right? I don't know all the specifics, but here's what I know. They're working their tail off to roll out so many things to make your life and our systems and what we offer to our customers, to everybody. They're working so hard to make it so much better for you, stepping up their game. You do not want to wait till October to start building your business. You want to go hard now, plant as many seeds as possible, so when convention comes and they roll all of this out, you are ready for huge momentum in your business. Okay, this is just 2 days, this event. The training that we're getting is 10 hours total. That's it. 10 hours, that's all it is. And each morning, they're gonna get us a workout before we start. So from 8 to 9 a.m., there's a workout. So they're providing us the perfect way to show up ready with a high energy to go into the day just feeling so excited. And I know we'll probably be able to see other people that are doing this as well. It is one thing to roll out of bed, get your coffee, show up with your notebook, and just show up when the training starts, right? I'm here. It's a completely other thing to like get up and move your body and be ready and show up. Yes, I have notes on my phone, but and show up and be so ready because you just had this amazing workout with LifeVantage, with Sharice Matthews, and you get to stay in your workout clothes. You don't even have to change. You can just stay in your workout clothes. How cool is that? Double your Axio, have your digital workbook ready to go. It is going to be so much fun, you guys. So how do we take advantage of this? Like, how can we really make the most of this? First, buy your ticket, right? And better yet, earn your ticket. Earn it for free. Get that 500 PV. Think of the people on your team right now that maybe they are hurting financially, and maybe that 199 is a lot for them. Call them up. Call up those distributors that maybe have been inactive for a while. Tell them about the amazing opportunity that's waiting for them to be a part of convention, our first ever global convention virtually. It's going to be outstanding. Okay, don't wait for someone else to buy the ticket either. Be the one that buys it first. Be that one that takes that initiative. Organize a gathering. Get people together. Here in Idaho, we are going to do a staycation. We're going to find a local hotel. All you need to do is one night, right? And then we'll have the conference room. We'll all get up, we'll work out together. We'll plan our meals, have them come in or catered, whatever it is, everybody going together with the fees to make it so much fun and really have that community. Invite them to come. Get people together. Okay, and then who's on your dream team? Who are your customers that maybe have been using the products for quite a while and you want them to see the company? To think of the people that are on your dream team or customers that you know have been a part of this for a long time. What a beautiful thing to say, I have a way for you to come and just take a really good look at our company, like what we represent, the people behind it, of the full products, like what the products are behind it, and just get a feel of it and see if this might be something that you want to take to the next level. How much fun would that be? Especially if you're getting people together, they're really going to feel a part of something, and people need that right now more than ever. If you choose to stay home, that's okay, and you don't want to go to the big gatherings, invite your family to be a part of it. That was one thing that I remember when we did the virtual event that meant so much to like Tony when he was able to see the screen with everyone participating, families that were doing it together. Get the kids to come in and work out with you. Get your husband, your wife to come in and work out with you. And then make it fun, right? After you've done the 2 days together, plan a family outing, go to dinner together and talk about, okay, let's set our goals for the last half of 2020. Based on what you guys saw, what do you think we can make possible? What do you want to see happen for our family this last half of the year? If you feel that you may not have that family participation, you have to communicate with them ahead of time, the days that it's taking place. Make sure your kids, maybe you're going to need daycare or someone to watch your children if they're younger, and then have your meals ready to go. You just don't want any distractions, especially if your name is chosen for the raffle, okay? You want to be present for that. So decide right now, you guys, that you're going to do everything that you can to get the most of convention in 2020. Here's some statistics. In 2019, this is why you got to show up. In 2019, distributors that attended events rank advanced 558% faster, sold 291% more product, enrolled, listen to this, enrolled 2,241% more, and earned 119% more than distributors that did not attend events, okay? We cannot convince ourselves that it will be the same if we watch it back. You just do everything you can to be there live, because you and I both know if you listen to a Monday morning call, how many of you end up sitting there and you're like tapping your leg and you can't wait to go talk to somebody, versus later you hear the playback and maybe you're doing something else. Like nothing competes with being there live. And again, if you can do it with people on your team, that is even better. So the one that promotes this event the most is going to win. Congratulate your team as they enroll, shout them out, let people know that they're enrolling. If people earn it, celebrate those free 500 PV free registrations. That is such a huge deal. So always encourage it, always promote it, celebrate those that register, and celebrate the ones that are getting those free registrations. So I want to end this with a few stories about the power of events. And I'm going to start with my really dear, beautiful, good friend, Jen Dykstra. She lives in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We are team members together. She is a powerhouse. She's a busy woman. She is a mortgage lender that has no time. And that is why she's doing LifeVantage. She wants her time back. And I know especially right now, she's feeling that more than ever. But I wanted her to share, Jen, if you would, what it was like for you when you went to your first convention and why you intend to not miss this one no matter what.
Great. Thanks, Tanya. So, yeah, my first convention, I actually went in with the idea of, am I going to do this business or is it really not for me? And that was my mindset. And I drugged my husband along. He's like, really, I'll go if you want to go, but let's go. So I showed up. I had my computer in tow because I was still working. And I stood in line with a whole bunch of people that I had no idea who they were. And I got to meet all kinds of people that I never would have met from across the country. It was fantastic. And I remember sitting there. Tanya took a picture of me and she looks, I remember doing that, she said. And she goes, this is what it looks like to know and to find your why. And then all of a sudden it hit me a little bit differently. And I went in, I had a great time, and I still was a little skeptical. And then as everything kept going and the energy continued to grow, I didn't want to miss a minute. Like I was there at 7 o'clock in the morning, standing in line, waiting, meeting people, trying all kinds of new things. And I wanted to be sure that I got to the shop because I needed goods and I had to have all of this stuff, right? So that when people saw you, they wanted to see what is that? What is that? Tell me about that. What's biohacking? All of those kinds of things. And I got home and I was super excited. And then you get into the routine again, but then you just keep plugging into meetings, to all of those kinds of things. And the one thing that I remember is that I said to myself, it might not be fast for me, but I know that I have to do little bits here and there, and I never want to miss an event. Work got in the way, and I miss Cancun, and I still beat myself every day. But you know what? You can't do that, right? So for me, I just know as soon as it came out, I actually, when I had my hotel for Vegas, I was ready to go. I had it blocked. I already have my ticket, so I'm super excited. And and I did the virtual conference as well with for Tony Robbins, and I will tell you, there is something about a virtual conference that seems different, but it is overwhelmingly fabulous. So don't let the virtual piece get you down because it is going to be amazing, and to see people from all over the world enjoying this together, it's going to be epic. I'm super excited, and I think that for me, just attending solidified my why. And it made me want to be surrounded by more people and to continue to grow and to change and to make a difference. And the last thing that happened, and we were running out of time, was the biggest impact for me was when Sean and Michelle got up and they talked about follow up. And it was not a huge presentation. And they brought Nikki Elsing up and paid people just raise their hands. And the impact in that whole room was lights on for everybody. Everybody was touched just because somebody did a follow up. And I'll never forget that moment. And that's really what solidified it is. It's all about just talking to people and making a difference for people. And you couldn't see that unless you were there. So it was fantastic. So get yourself there. It's incredible.
Okay. To gather myself. I remember that moment. That was so powerful. You know what I was thinking too? Thank you, Jen. That was so beautiful. I'm so grateful that you're a part of this team and part of this company. One of the big things when we're together live is we always want to get our people up front to meet people, right? And many times it doesn't happen because one, we're either in a hurry, or maybe the lines are too long, or you just give up on the process and you decide I'm not going to meet them now. But with it being virtually, one thing about this whole experience right now, I've been on Zooms more than I ever have before. I've been meeting more people than I ever have before. And I know that would not have happened if we weren't restricted like we are right now. And I shouldn't even use that word, but imagine being able to see these speakers through LifeVantage and they're touching your heart and you're loving their stories. And then you have the ability to just reach out through them through Facebook and tell them right then and there, send them a video, send them a voice message, how much they impacted you and that you would love to talk, or you would love to connect, or just a thank you, right? And they're going to then know who you are. You have more accessibility to the speakers than ever before. Like, that's amazing. So take advantage of that. Don't assume they don't want to hear from you, because they do. Like, just use the tools you have. Be so resourceful with what we have going into this global convention to just connect with people more than you ever would had we been together in person. So okay, now we're gonna go to the West Coast. What? Jessica and Caleb, or Manchek. Oh, this couple, you guys, they're so cute. And they have the cutest baby Juniper, who's always smiling. But they are team members as well. And their energy and where they're going, they are working their tails off. And I can't wait for the day when I know that Jack in the Box is gonna pop up and go, woo! And all these blessings are gonna come because of all of your hard work, because you're so deserving. But I cannot wait to hear what you guys have to share about your first convention experience and why you do not intend to miss this year either.
Awesome. Yes. So, yeah, the convention is the reason why I'm in LifeVantage. Jessica joined thanks to her parents and just all of that, those connections there. And we were going, she wanted to go to Global with them back in
last
2 years ago, October.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, it's Global. And she signed on a couple months before that, and I was all for it because she shared with me her story about how she'll share her own story, but just about how it was either college and getting a bunch of debt and then having babies and being home, or building a business and actually making money while she's learning. And I was all for that, but I was not for it for me. I'm a pastor, I'm a bartender. I'm like, I gotta like keep my head down and do my own thing. But I went with her, and it was a really fun experience. But what was so just life-changing to me was getting to meet people like you, Tanya, and like Sean and Michelle, and getting to hear from all these pro 8s and 9s and 10s and 12s. Carrie was up there too. And it was so awesome to get to hear from all these people. And these people got to where they are now because they focused on helping other people. It wasn't about competing with one another, trying to vie for this one position that's available that I see in all these other corporations and even in restaurants, and how I've had to work my way up to be able to get to be a bartender instead of just a server or just a host. And that was what really flipped the switch for me, was recognizing that people, that you can make good money by being a good person, by helping bless people instead of just trying to take advantage of situations or trying to, be cutthroat in this competition. I'm not a competitive person. I want to help people. I want to bless people, and we get to just be in the business of blessing people. And so anyway, that's what changed my mind. It was the energy, yes, the education, yes, but it was the people. These are good people, and that's just the best.
Yeah. And for Caleb, he probably won't say this about himself, but I'll say it about him. He is a disciple maker through and through. His passion, his heart, his life's purpose and goal is to build other people up into their strengths and their gifts. And the thing that makes him feel the most fulfilled, like he's following his purpose, he's achieving his like life's mission, is when he can see someone else and potential that's in them, whether or not they see it in themselves, and call that out of them and build them up into that. And I remember him telling me when we got back from conventions, he's like, Jess, that's what all these people are doing. Like, discipling others into reaching their potential is exactly what gets you higher in this company. And I can do that. Like, we've both been trained in ministry, and that's what we've been doing for years already. And Caleb's passion in ministry in the church. So it was just such a natural fit. And to see those people's passion about what they're doing, and to see that they're authentic and genuine in that too. And that's something I think the difference between, okay, I don't know how many people in here are familiar with theater, but the difference between stage acting and film acting is how close you get to someone's face, and that you can see them and you can see their genuine expressions, right? You can tell what they're really feeling in the micro expressions. And that's what we get on a virtual training, more even than on stage, more even than in a in-person event, because you can tell. I mean, you know when someone's yanking your chain and taking you for a ride, and when they're like looking you straight in the face, you can really see that authenticity and that genuineness. And that's why I think this is such an amazing tool to bring prospects to and customers to, because you're making a personal connection with someone, and you're looking into their eyes, and they're telling you their story, and you know it's for real. You can tell it's for real. For me, going to global was like the affirmation that this is a real thing, you know, that there's more than just my parents involved in this, that there's people who are successful, who are moving forward, who are making a difference in the world around them, who are people's health journeys. Holy cow. I remember just being in the rooms with the Pose team, with Tanya's team, and hearing people's stories of why they got involved, and some of the health journeys these people have been on that are like in our team, in Team ACT, and the Facebook groups that I'm a part of. Like, I just didn't know all the people's stories and how lives are literally being transformed. And like I said, just looking into their eyes and them saying, this changed my life. This is exactly how. This is where I was. This is where I am now, all because of these products. I'm taking this for life, and I'm doing this for the good of the next person who I don't know their struggle. Because so many people, we don't know what they're going through really. You know, we can see what people post online, what they're putting out in public, but you never know what's going on in someone's life on the inside, and you never know who your story is going to really reach. And that's why we have to share this with every person that we know. So I don't know if that answered your question, but that's what I have to say.
So good. You're so right. I mean, I love you guys.
We love you too, Tanya.
I love all of you. Like, that is so true. That is the best point. Like, if that doesn't sell you to like get your ticket for free or register today, like, come on. And then I was thinking about when you were talking about Caleb, and when you imagine having your ticket and you've got 2 extra tickets, and you get to say to somebody, you know what, I just see so much potential in you. You should just really come be a part of our community for these 2 days and see what I'm a part of. Or imagine saying to someone that's taken a look at this and said, no, you know what, this would be the perfect time to come and take another look. You can just really see the full picture for what it is. You're going to see the full integrity and the full value of what we have. Those are 2 beautiful invitations. Imagine if someone said that to you, right? Like, why would you not want to just come maybe for 30 minutes just to check it out? I think that's so great. So the thing I'm going to leave you guys with, and then, yeah, I'm right at 30 minutes, is this. I don't want you to be imagine we go through the 22nd and the 23rd and 24th, and everybody's raving about it and how much fun they had and how exciting it was and how good it felt. And then you say, oh, I wasn't there. Do you want to be that person? No, no regrets. 2020, it may be the year of COVID, but it can be the year of comebacks and so much success and celebration. And it is what you make of it. So make it count. Be the one that made it count. Be the one that has the story that said, I didn't let all the crap get in my way. I didn't let all the people that were just so upset and so angry and so down get in my way. I chose the other side. I chose to make something of it and to come through better on the other side, so I'd be that much further ahead when all this crap was over with. That's who we want to be. That is LifeVantage, right? So with that, get your ticket. Get your ticket to LifeVantage. Get your ticket to convention, okay, you guys? All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Jen, Caleb, and Jessica. I love you guys so much. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Have an amazing, amazing week, and make the last half of August count. Mwah. Love you. Bye.